difficulties that is arising and what type of normally process takes place. Now, before I go to that topic, I would like to have some participation from you, just to have a survey. How many of you, well, you have come to this, so I really congratulate you for coming here. But I just want to understand, we had done different methodology. We had made a phone call, we had sent an email, we had done what you call, number of newspapers have carried, especially DNA has carried, and we have prepared about 10,000 handbills and we have distributed. Then we had sent about 5,000 society invitation card by post. So I just want to understand, how many of you have come because of the invitation sent by post? Okay, it's a good number. How many of you have come by because of handbill? Okay, 10,000 handbill has given us a response of 4-5. And how many of you have come because of newspaper which has come in DNA? Okay, that's a good number. Emails, okay, that's also equally good number. And phone calls from our office.
Email, phone number.
Phone number and email, both. Okay. So I think any other methodology from where you have come because of friends said or any SMS, anybody? Yes, friends have said. I think, thank you for receiving those invitations and coming to this. So that means different methodology has worked, but handbill has not worked.
Email has worked the maximum. I always get from your office.
Correct. Okay. Now, last and most important question. How many of you are office bearers? Just raise the hand. Chairman, secretary. So, Anupta sir, we have got the right type of people whom we expected. Yes. The reason is that we understand in democracy that the person who is in the power, that is the chairman, secretary or the office bearers, are in a position to understand the things and also, inform to your colleagues or the members. So it's a good number. With this, instead of going with the procedure which I have also covered in my presentation, I would like to go directly to the question answer. Okay, on the deemed conveyance. Now the first question which has come to me is that in our society there are 27 flats, 10 are owned by the builder and 17 are other members. Our society is registered. Can we go for deemed conveyance? Answer is 101%. You can go for deemed conveyance. Now the question comes. This is applicable to everybody. Many of the people are asking, 2 flats are held by the builder, he does not want to sell. Ground floor is held by the builder, so he does not want to sell. So can we go for the conveyance or deemed conveyance? Answer is 100% you can go. Now the question comes, if we can give, who will bear the stamp duty? Whether the stamp duty is required to be paid? The answer is, if you go to the government and tell them that there are 27 flats and 17 are sold, 10 are built by the developer and he is not giving the agreement nor it has been sold, they are demanding the stamp duty. But if you ask me personally, they are not supposed to ask the stamp duty. Now you may ask, what is the reason why you are saying this? Now, we have to make that builder as a member, that is important. If you have made that builder for unsold flat as a member, and because builder is withholding that flat, and he has not sold, he is not required to pay the stamp duty. When the builder is owning a property and he has become a member, he is not required to pay the stamp duty under the Bombay Stamp Act. What is the purpose? How the government can insist that the stamp duty should be paid at the time of conveyance? So therefore, this I had lot of deliberation I had done with the IGR and all. But the problem is, such societies have not come. If that has come to me, I am sure we will be able to crack it. Problem is, we ask the question, Acha, this is in dicey. Then if I get a deemed conveyance order, then I will have to pay. Then let me wait and watch. So that is not working. At least get the deemed conveyance in your name. As and when the stamp duty matter comes, we will try to resolve it. And I have come to know that one of the societies where 5,000 square foot was held by the builder, wherein deed conveyance was done by us, and they have succeeded in getting the conveyance registered without paying the stamp duty for 5,000 square foot withheld by the builder. That means builder is owning that, but he has not sold it. He was admitted as a member, so we have succeeded. So such incidents we can give. Only thing I am not able to quote that society and the agreement. You may ask why. The reason is the moment you take that and go as a sample case to the IGR or the department, they investigate the matter. I will give my own example. Few of the Mada societies, they were not paying the stamp duty and they were getting the conveyance. I got hold of 3-4 documents. I went to the IGR, sir, this is the law of the land and this is not required, this is how it is done. You know the next day what they did? They investigated. They called for the records. And they said, Mr. Ramesh Prabhu has complained that your document has not paid the stamp duty, therefore we are investigating. Now you tell me, to give the information to the government is also crime. And therefore, those who have got the benefit, that society, I can name, I can tell you everything. But the problem is, the moment I give you the document and that document you try to show to the government, what government will do? They will start investigating that case, saying that you have evaded, now that document will be impounded. This has happened in number of cases, therefore, honestly I don't want to tell you that it is possible. But please take a lead. Second question is, which of course, a question was asked to me related to redevelopment. That madam must be there. Today, if you have read the Times of India, Aksha Cooperative Society, Vile Parla East, 15 members society, 14 members agreed for the redevelopment. They are vacated, and one of the person goes to the cooperative court. Cooperative court is taking its own time to decide. So the matter went to High Court. High Court said cooperative society has no business to interfere in the process of redevelopment because it is not the business of a cooperative housing society. If this is not a business of cooperative housing society, then the cooperative court cannot interfere. Therefore, High Court said minority cannot withhold the inconvenience of others when 14 people have vacated, majority prevails. If you know, about 3 days back, Times of India headline, front page, carried a news. The majority prevails. Correct? So therefore, today inside paper it is there. Yesterday it was another case, court case. Now why I am saying that, if some minority people are there and if they are thinking that they can dictate their own terms, and if I am the last person to move out, first movers gets the advantages in normal course. In the redevelopment, last movers gets the advantage. It is not so. You will be losing the money, you will be losing the time, and you will get lot of harassment. Please don't do that. The cooperative societies prevails on the majority. As Anand Gupta ji has said, there is a 79A direction, there is a GR, you follow that GR. If 75% people are present, out of which 75% favors one developer, naturally that developer is treated as selected and the redevelopment will go on. If at all you have got issues, please challenge the resolution of redevelopment in the very first step. What you are doing? You are all doing it. When the developer goes and buys the TDR, आप सब करने को देते हो उनको. You are allowing everything to happen, people to move out also, and you are thinking, I am the last mover, I can dictate the terms, I can blackmail. So it won't help. If you are really aggrieved, you have to move on the first day when the resolution is passed, where your grievances should be taken to the cooperative court, and you have to stay the resolution. You have to challenge the resolution, not when the developer is appointed. Developer is a third person who has come here to develop. He has no business of your internal dispute. So therefore, my sincere advice is, if you want to oppose the redevelopment, oppose in the beginning. Otherwise, don't oppose when after the developer is appointed. Now, if new process is not adopted, please complain to the competent authority, registrar, and the cooperative court. Second, let us come to the next question. There are 3 societies in one plot. And one more question I brought from Brighton Tower. I don't know whether yes, yeah, you are there. So Brighton Tower at Lokhandwala, where similar, see the question how it has been drafted, how nicely. The entire diagram of the layout has been done. This is yours? Okay, excellent. You are Harish?
Yes.
Okay. So, what happens is in one layout, if there are 3 societies, one society of the row houses, bungalows, another society is of tower, and maybe another society small building, whatever. So in one layout there are 3 societies. The subdivision is not possible. Can deemed conveyance happen? The answer is 100% it can happen. Now the question is, how it can happen? Because one method, all 3 can come together, make a joint application. That's the best way. If you are not able to come together, then you apply with the proportionate interest in the entire land, and the DDR is compelled to give you. For example, one tower has got 80% FSI used in the entire layout. Rows has got, let us say, 10%, and another small building has got 10%. So the 80% of the land right will be transferred, undivided right will be transferred to the tower, 10% will be to a small building, another 10% to the rows. But the problem is that we are asking so many people and we don't move. I can show you not one order, 4 or 5 orders where the layout and this type of issues have arisen and the conveyance of such societies have been done. Where there are 3 societies, 2 societies in layout, 1 society is applied and they have got a proportionate conveyance. Only thing you have to come and discuss and find out and get the order. And the matter has gone not only up to DDR. The matter of this went up to High Court. And High Court has confirmed the deemed conveyance order of the layout where the subdivision did not take place. I can tell you the location of the society. I will not tell the name. Oberoi Tower, which is at Goregaon East on highway. Just adjacent to that, there is one society where there are 2. Of course, it is a matter of this one. So it went up to High Court also. The case law is there. There are 2 societies. One society did not move. Another society went. Padmavati Nagar is the name of the society. Let me tell you because it is a case law. Padmavati Nagar Cooperative Society. The matter went up to High Court. The deemed conveyance was granted for a part of the plot because other society did not move. The builder challenged in the High Court saying that the competent authority cannot do the conveyance unless until subdivision is done. And then DDR said that DDR conveyed the property. It went to the High Court, and the High Court said the builder has no business to come here. 30 years are over. You are not subdivided. Now the DDR has stepped into your shoes. As per the law, he has conveyed. Now the subdivision will be done by the competent authority, that is Revenue Authority. You have no business to stop that. So this way, the conveyance of those societies where the subdivision has not happened, it has done. One more society at Chambur we have done. That also Krishnalaya Cooperative Society. So that also has gone up to High Court. So this way, the conveyance of this layout plot is possible. Whether conveyance can be done through the builder who is appointed, selected by the society for redevelopment of the building, if it is safe, is it safe on that part? One part. Whether you can suggest a reliable good builder who can give the better benefits and it is other than Anil Kulkarni, Virapalaish. Now the thing is, like with the due respect to Anand Gupta and anybody who is in the profession, we have to understand the builders are not at all bad. It's a system in which they have to work. That's bad. I'll just give an example of my own. I don't want to get certificate for myself, but I did contest for the federation election. I miserably failed. I could not get elected. Whatever may be the work that I am doing, because there the people who get elected, the people who can have the corrupt practice. Who gets elected in the corporation? Do you think the good people don't want to go because they know that they cannot get elected? So the politicians are not bad, but the system in which they should get elected is bad, and they need to. Developer, you want to him your shifting charges, you want him to give the rent, you want to give him the corpus, you want 50%, 60% area, and ultimately you elect such a developer who gives you a lot of greediness and accepts your offer, and actually he needs to do something wrong. Okay, and think of the developer who need to undergo, I don't want to tell you this one, whether you call it as a protection, whether you call it as underhand, you call it whatever the name you want to give, but the type of money and the power and the